A belt that fits a Troy-Bilt riding mower fits a Craftsman riding mower, fits a Cub Cadet riding mower. The deck spindles are directly cross-compatible. The chassis dimensions, the deck stamping geometry, the steering linkage, and the wiring harness are the same across all three machines. The brand name on the side is the variable. The machine underneath it is not. Two corporate ownership structures control the brand names on the majority of riding mowers sold at Home Depot and Lowe's. Understanding those two structures changes how every machine on that floor reads, not as a choice between competing products, but as a choice between logos applied to shared manufacturing platforms. The documentation behind that statement is not a rumor in a mechanics forum. It is a corporate acquisition record totaling $2.7 billion. In 1932, a company called Modern Tool and Die was founded in Valley City, Ohio. The name was shortened to MTD. For decades, it manufactured outdoor power equipment under its own brand and under contract for other labels. In 1981, MTD acquired Cub Cadet from International Harvester, a brand with genuine independent engineering history that had built a reputation across 4 decades of production. In 2001, MTD acquired Troy-Bilt and Bolins from Gardenway. By the early 2000s, MTD was manufacturing riding mowers, zero-turns, and walk-behinds sold under Cub Cadet, Troy-Bilt, Bolins, Yardman, Yard Machines, Remington, Columbia, and Robomow. Different brands. One factory system. In 2017, Stanley Black Decker purchased the Craftsman brand from Sears Holdings for $900 million. Not a factory, not an engineering team, a brand name. Craftsman had been a Sears house brand since 1927, 90 years of consumer trust, built on products Sears sourced from independent manufacturers, most of which had no ongoing relationship with the brand after the acquisition. Stanley Black Decker bought the name and the loyalty attached to it. The engineering identity of Craftsman products after 2017 was determined by whoever Stanley Black Decker contracted to manufacture them. In 2018, Stanley Black Decker purchased a 20% stake in MTD products for $234 million. In December 2021, they acquired the remaining 80% for $1.6 billion. The total expenditure to control these brand names was approximately $2.7 billion. What that $2.7 billion purchased was not additional manufacturing capacity, not new engineering teams, and not proprietary drivetrain technology. It purchased the consumer's trust in logos. The outdoor power equipment industry determined, through documented acquisition behavior, that the most valuable asset in the category is not the machine. It is the name on the side of the machine, and the consumer's inability to see past it. A homeowner standing in front of a Craftsman T225 at Lowe's and a Cub Cadet XT1 at Home Depot is standing in front of two products that share the same chassis architecture, deck stamping geometry, steering linkage, and wiring harness. The price difference between comparable configurations runs $400 to $700. The engineering difference runs considerably less than that. $2.7 billion spent on brand names, not factories. The engineering identity of those brands was determined after the acquisition, not before it. Stanley Black Decker bought Craftsman in 2017. They did not own MTD until 2021. For the 4 years between those two acquisitions, Craftsman outdoor power equipment was manufactured by MTD under a licensing agreement, meaning Stanley Black Decker owned the brand name while MTD owned the factory producing the machines wearing it. The brand identity preceded the manufacturing relationship by 4 years. Craftsman was a name before it was a product in this ownership structure. The engineering identity followed the acquisition. The brand trust was already spent before the factory relationship was formalized. A homeowner buying a Craftsman riding mower at Lowe's today is buying a machine that was a brand name acquisition 4 years before it became a vertically integrated manufacturing decision. The 90 years of Craftsman reputation that justified the $900 million purchase price was built by manufacturers who no longer have a relationship with the brand. What remains is the logo and the consumer memory attached to it. Part numbers complete the argument. A deck belt listed in the Craftsman T225 parts catalog cross-references to the Troy-Bilt Pony parts catalog and the Cub Cadet XT1 parts catalog. This is not an aftermarket observation. It is documented in the OEM parts databases that dealers and independent repair shops access daily. The machines share the same parts because the machines share the same platforms. The brand names are distribution strategy, not engineering differentiation. The price spread across the MTD and Stanley Black Decker brand family runs from approximately $1,299 for a Yard Machine's 42-inch riding mower to $2,200 for a comparable Cub Cadet XT1 configuration. The $700 to $900 premium between the bottom and top of that range typically reflects a different engine option worth approximately $150 to $200 at component cost, a different seat cushion, different cosmetic bodywork, and a different badge. The chassis underneath those variables is the same stamped steel platform. This has a direct implication that most homeowners discover too late. A Cub Cadet owner paying dealer service rates at a Cub Cadet authorized dealer is paying for the brand association, not for access to proprietary parts or engineering expertise unavailable elsewhere. The belt that costs $34 at the Cub Cadet dealer costs $28 at a general outdoor power equipment supplier because it is the same belt, cross-compatible across Troy-Bilt, Craftsman, and Cub Cadet by documented part number. The deck spindle that the Cub Cadet dealer stocks for an XT1 fits the Troy-Bilt Bronco and the Craftsman Tu-25 from the same production years. Independent repair shops that stock one brand's parts effectively stock all three. The consumer who understands this spends less per repair, has more sourcing options, and is not dependent on a branded dealer network for maintenance access. The consumer who does not pays a premium for a brand distinction that does not exist at the component level. The wiring harness cross-compatibility extends this further. Electrical diagnosis on a Cub Cadet Zero turn by a technician. Familiar with Troy-Bilt electrical systems requires no additional reference material because the documentation is the same document. The brand separation exists in the marketing budget. It does not exist in the service manual. The belt cross-compatibility is in the OEM parts database. The wiring harness documentation is the same document. The only thing separating a $1,299 Yard Machines from a $2,200 Cub Cadet is the number on the price tag. While Stanley Black Decker was consolidating the MTD brand family, a parallel consolidation was running at Lowe's under a different corporate parent. Husqvarna AB was founded in 1689 in Sweden as a firearms manufacturer. By 2024, it employs 13,000 people across 40 countries and owns the following outdoor power equipment brands: Husqvarna, Poulan Pro, Weed Eater, Gardena, and Flymo. The Husqvarna branded riding mowers sold at Lowe's and the Husqvarna dealer models sold at independent dealers come from the same factory in Orangeburg, South Carolina. The dealer channel machine carries different specifications at equivalent price points. The Lowe's machine is positioned as an accessible entry into the Husqvarna brand. The factory producing both is the same building. The Craftsman chainsaw on the Lowe's shelf is a Poulan Pro chainsaw manufactured by Husqvarna. The Craftsman brand, owned by Stanley Black Decker after the 2017 acquisition, licenses its name for chainsaws to Husqvarna, which manufactures them under the Poulan Pro platform. A Craftsman chainsaw and a Poulan Pro chainsaw at the same specification level are the same machine with different cosmetic housings. The exception is Craftsman chainsaws with the Incredipole logo, which are manufactured by MTD rather than Husqvarna, meaning the Craftsman brand at Lowe's draws from two separate manufacturing systems depending on the product category, neither of which is a Craftsman-specific engineering operation. Poulan Pro riding mowers sit on the Lowe's floor beside Husqvarna riding mowers from the same Orangeburg facility at a lower price point. The consumer reading both tags as competing products from competing manufacturers is reading a retail presentation that does not reflect the manufacturing reality. Briggs & Stratton filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2020. KPS Capital Partners, a private equity firm, acquired the assets out of bankruptcy. The KPS portfolio in outdoor power equipment now includes Simplicity, Snapper, Ferris, Murray, and Brute, in addition to the Briggs & Stratton engine business. The consolidation this creates is specific. The company that manufactures the engines inside many of the machines on the Home Depot and Lowe's floor also owns several of the mower brands those engines power. Under KPS ownership, the engine supplier and several mower manufacturers are operating under the same private equity umbrella. The vertical integration is not as complete as the Stanley Black & Decker consolidation, but the direction of the ownership structure moves toward the same outcome. There are fewer independent decision-making entities controlling more of what appears on the retail floor as competing product lines. The brands that are not part of these consolidation structures have a different characteristic on the dealer floor. They are harder to find. Ariens Company, family-owned in Brillion, Wisconsin, manufactures Ariens and Gravely products, the ProTurn 260 covered in a previous video on this channel. Hustler Turf, founded in 1964 in Heston, Kansas, remains independently operated. Bad Boy Mowers has manufactured on the same campus in Batesville, Arkansas since 2002. Skag Power Equipment, based in Mayville, Wisconsin, manufactures commercial zero-turns under single-brand ownership. Honda Power Equipment operates its outdoor products division independently of the automotive parent's retail partnerships. None of these brands appear prominently on the Home Depot or Lowe's floor. Some are absent entirely. The retail channel that generates the majority of residential riding mower purchases in the United States is occupied almost entirely by the consolidated brand families, MTD and Stanley Black & Decker, and Husqvarna AB, with independent brands accessible primarily through dealer networks that require the consumer to seek them out rather than encounter them during a standard home improvement store visit. The consumer who walks into Home Depot looking for a riding mower and evaluates 3 brands is evaluating one manufacturing platform presented under 3 logos at 3 price points. The consumer who calls an independent Ariens or Hustler dealer is having a different conversation entirely, about a machine from an ownership structure that has not been acquired, consolidated, or rebadged. That distinction is not on any tag in the Home Depot seasonal display. In the summer of 2023, a homeowner in suburban Columbus, Ohio purchased a Craftsman T225 at Lowe's for $1,599. The following spring, a second machine was needed for a larger property the family had acquired. The homeowner purchased a Cub Cadet XT1 at Home Depot for $2,299, specifically because it was a different brand from a different store, and the prior Craftsman experience had been mixed. The deck belt on the Cub Cadet failed in the 3rd season. The replacement belt, ordered through the Cub Cadet dealer, cross-referenced directly to the Craftsman T225 parts catalog. The homeowner had spent $3,800 on 2 machines from what the retail floor presented as 2 competing manufacturers. The machines shared the same belt. $2.7 billion was spent acquiring the brand names that produced that outcome. The machines were the same. The logos were the investment. The documentation behind every acquisition in this video is in public corporate filings. Subscribing is how that research reaches the next buyer before they are standing in a seasonal display reading 2 brand names that trace to the same Valley City, Ohio origin.